James Oxygen and Supply, from residential to industrial, a locally owned family business serving Western North Carolina since 1956.
I'm Ralph Mangum. This is the WHKY News, and it's time now for our weekly review of some of the crime stories we had for you during the past week. That's the week of May 26th through May 30th. Here we go. 24-year-old Cameron Max Burleson of Cumberland Road in Statesville is wanted by Iredell County Sheriff's officers on felony counts of trafficking marijuana by possession, trafficking opiates by possession, possession with intent to sell or deliver a Schedule II controlled substance, possession with intent to sell or deliver marijuana, and maintaining a vehicle or residence for the sale or use of a controlled substance. On May 21st, narcotics investigators and other officers executed a search warrant at Burleson's residence south of Statesville. The search followed complaints from concerned citizens about possible drug activity at the residence. Officers conducted surveillance operations at the home and identified Burleson as the suspect. Undercover investigators purchased marijuana directly from Burleson at the residence. As a result of the search, investigators seized over 15 pounds of hydroponic marijuana stored in multiple trash bags and handbags, 1,281 THC cartridges used with vape pens, various packages of assorted marijuana edibles, 50 dosage units of Adderall, which is a Schedule II controlled substance, and $2,500 in cash. The street value of the marijuana is nearly $165,000, and the street value of the Adderall is $1,750. Felony warrants have been issued for Burleson's arrest. Anyone with information regarding the whereabouts of Cameron Max Burleson should call the Sheriff's Office 704-878-3100.
North Carolina Insurance Commissioner Mike Causey Thursday announced the arrest of 51-year-old Christina Lee Beaver of Hayes Place Northwest in Lenoir. Beaver is charged with 1 count of insurance fraud and 1 count of attempting to obtain property by false pretense. Both charges are felonies. According to a special agent with the NC Department of Insurance's Criminal Division's division, Beaver falsely told Peak Property and Casualty Insurance Company that she was inside of a green Kia Soul during an automobile accident to obtain payment from her auto insurance policy. Investigators later discovered this was not the case. The incident occurred on March 14, 2025. According to the warrant, Beaver was arrested on May 13th by Lenoir Police and was held at Caldwell County Detention Center and given a pretrial bond of $50,000. She appeared in Caldwell County District Court on May 14th. I'm Ariana Mack for WHKY.
At about 10 o'clock this morning, the Burke County Sheriff's Office responded to a shooting on Piney Road near Smith Road in Morganton. The shooting occurred on or about the roadway near the 3600 block of Piney Road. When deputies arrived, they found a male, conscious and breathing, with a single gunshot wound to the abdomen. The victim was shot during an altercation with a known suspect. The victim told deputies who shot him and also said he did not want to prosecute. The Criminal Investigations Division responded, processed the scene, and verified that the victim did not want to prosecute. The victim was transported to UNC Health Blue Ridge with non-life-threatening injuries. Hickory police are investigating a shooting in the parking lot at Creekside Apartments, 1227 10th Street Boulevard Northwest in Hickory. The incident occurred just before 5:15 p.m. Friday. No injuries were reported. However, at least 2 different apartments and a passenger car were damaged. Police reports list the weapons involved as rifles. Officers found multiple spent and unspent shells from at least 2 different firearms at the scene. HPD's reports list 2 women and 1 man as victims of crimes that include shooting into occupied property with the chance of injury and damage to property. No further details are available at this time. 24-year-old Cameron Max Burleson of Cumberland Road in Statesville, who was wanted by the Iredell County Sheriff's Office, as previously reported by WHKY, has been arrested. He faces felony counts of trafficking marijuana by possession, trafficking opiates by possession, possession with intent to sell or deliver a Schedule II controlled substance, possession with intent to sell or deliver marijuana, and maintaining a vehicle or residence for the sale or use of a controlled substance. The warrants for Burleson's arrest were issued following a May 21st search at his residence south of Statesville. Investigators seized over 15 pounds of hydroponic marijuana, nearly 1,300 THC cartridges, various packages of assorted marijuana edibles, 50 dosage units of Adderall, and $2,500 in cash. Burleson was incarcerated in the Iredell County Detention Center under a $100,000 secured bond. A district court date was scheduled for June 9th. 33-year-old Rebecca Nicole Bradley of West Poplar Street in Conover was arrested Sunday by Catawba County Sheriff's officers. She's charged with second-degree kidnapping. Bradley was placed in the Catawba County Detention Facility under no bond. A district court date was set for May 27th in Newton.
A Haywood County man has been arrested and charged with first-degree kidnapping in connection to the disappearance of a woman last seen in January. The woman, who according to published reports has ties to the Hickory area, she has been reported safe. The Buncombe County Sheriff's Office has charged 26-year-old Winston Eccleston with first-degree kidnapping. The charge is in connection to the disappearance of 29-year-old Sadie Tolley, who was last seen in January. She went missing from the Emma community in Buncombe County on January 8th. Tolley was not seen until authorities say she went to the Waynesville Police Department on Thursday, May 22nd, and provided information that led to the arrest of Eccleston. At the time of her disappearance, authorities said Tolley was known to frequent the Pisgah View and Deaver View areas in Asheville and was also known to be in Hickory at times. Eccleston was incarcerated in the Buncombe County Detention Center under no bond following the arrest. I'm Ariana Mack for WHKY.
Police say during a search they found methamphetamine hidden in a child's car seat. 45-year-old Jason Leon Tolbert of Connolly Springs, 46-year-old Dreama Knight Filia of Morganton, and 52-year-old Edward Roland Mangum III of Lenore were arrested last Friday by Caldwell County Sheriff's officers. They are all charged with trafficking methamphetamine. Mangum is additionally charged with misdemeanor child abuse. The suspects were arrested following a routine traffic stop that resulted in the seizure of what authorities are calling a significant amount of illegal narcotics. During the stop, deputies found more than 114 grams of methamphetamine with an estimated street value of more than $14,000 hidden inside a child's car seat. A child was present in the vehicle at the time of the stop, leading to the child abuse charge. Bond for Mangum was set at $75,000 secured. Tolbert and Filia received $50,000 secured bond apiece. A district court date is scheduled for June 5th for Tolbert and Filia. No court date was listed for Mangum. The suspect in this case was arrested following a traffic stop on Monday. Police report that they seized drugs including fentanyl and methamphetamine during their investigation. The suspect was brought to the Caldwell County Detention Center following his arrest. 41-year-old Richie Allen Souther of Granite Falls was arrested on Monday by Caldwell County Sheriff's officers. He is charged with maintaining a vehicle or dwelling for controlled substance, possession with intent to sell and deliver Schedule I controlled substance, and possession with intent to sell and deliver Schedule II controlled substance. On Monday, Caldwell County deputies conducted a traffic stop on Hickory Boulevard. The driver of the vehicle was identified as Richie Allen Souther. A positive alert from Sheriff's Office K9 Raven led to the reported discovery of 1.5 grams of fentanyl, drug paraphernalia, 20 pills believed to be alprazolam, and 3.4 grams of methamphetamine. Souther was brought to the Caldwell County Detention Center where he was incarcerated under a $100,000 secured bond. He was awaiting a Wednesday district court appearance. Reporting for WHKY News, I'm Rob Eastwood.
31-year-old Kelly Sunshine Mitchell of Travis Road Southeast in Conover was arrested Tuesday by Maiden police officers. She's charged with trafficking in methamphetamine, felony maintaining a vehicle, dwelling, or place for controlled substance, possession with intent to manufacture, sell, and deliver Schedule II controlled substance, and possession of drug paraphernalia. Mitchell was incarcerated in the Catawba County Detention detention facility without bond. A district court appearance was scheduled for May 28th. I'm Ariana Mack for WHKY News.
U.S. Attorney for the Western District of North Carolina, Russ Ferguson, announced on Wednesday that his office has filed charges against 18 individuals as part of the investigation entitled Operation Takeback America. As part of this operation, the charges filed against the suspects include straw purchasing of firearms, bank robbery, possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, possession of a firearm by an illegal alien, illegal re-entry, and failure to notify a change of address. Among the 18 individuals charged is 53-year-old Brian Flowers of Hickory. He's charged with bank robbery. According to the indictment, on April 17th of this year, Flowers allegedly robbed the People's Bank located in Morganton by force, violence, and intimidation. According to a news release from the U.S. Attorney's Office, Operation Takeback America is a nationwide initiative to repel the invasion of illegal immigration, achieve total elimination of cartels and transnational criminal organizations, and protect our communities from perpetrators of violent crime. Operation Takeback America streamlines efforts and resources from the department's Organized Crime Drug Enforcement Task Forces and Project Safe Neighborhood. So once again, 18 individuals have been charged in this investigation. That includes a Hickory man who is charged in connection to a bank robbery in Lincoln County in April of this year. You can get more information on this by going to this story at our website, WHKY.com. Reporting for WHKY News, this is Rob Eastwood.
29-year-old Juan Dario Carcamo of Manvel, Texas, 23-year-old Maureen Arnaldo Sorto Mata, a homeless person from Houston, Texas, and 23-year-old Ezequiel Cruz Garcia, a homeless person from Statesville, have all been arrested by Iredell County Sheriff's officers. They face charges that include misdemeanor, resisting, obstructing, or delaying an officer, felony conspiracy, uttering a forged instrument, possession of and transportation of a counterfeit instrument, and assault on an officer. They're accused of cashing fraudulent checks at a convenience store on Hoop Road Wednesday. After a report was filed, the suspects returned to the store and attempted to pass more checks. Store employees called the sheriff's office. Deputies responded and located the three suspects. The men fled on foot but were quickly apprehended. One suspect was tased. Sorto Mata and Garcia have been placed under an immigration hold. Two other individuals have been charged with fraud, and warrants for their arrest have been issued. The investigation is ongoing. 35-year-old Terry Michelle Pitts of Taylorsville was arrested by Alexander County Sheriff's officers Tuesday on charges from Alexander and Catawba counties. According to our news partner, WACB, in February, Pitts was charged by the Sheriff's Office with felony negligent child abuse resulting in serious physical injury. The charges were the result of a child ingesting methamphetamine while reportedly in her care. The child has recovered. As of earlier Thursday, Pitts was no longer listed in custody. Pitts has a long list of previous convictions in both counties for felony trafficking meth, obtaining property by false pretenses, burglary, forgery, financial card fraud, and assault on a government official. On May 26, the Burke County Sheriff's Office and the North Carolina State Highway Patrol responded to a reported breaking and entering at the Foothills Airport, 3566 Foothills Airport Road in Morganton. Surveillance footage captured a white or silver gray SUV, possibly a Jeep Grand Cherokee, as it arrived at the airport at about 8:39 p.m. A white male suspect, estimated to be 30 to 40 years old, is seen exiting the vehicle. He was wearing light-colored pants, a dark shirt, dark boots, and a dark baseball cap. He was carrying a small military-style backpack with MOLLE webbing. The attempted larceny of multiple airplanes led to substantial damage. The investigation is ongoing. Anyone with information regarding the incident should call the Sheriff's Office 828-438-5500.
Caldwell County Sheriff Kevin Bean announced that 37-year-old Nathaniel Willard Bird of Hudson has been taken into federal custody following a joint operation involving the Caldwell County Sheriff's Office, the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, and the Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force. Bird was previously arrested in October 2024 by detectives with the Caldwell County Sheriff's Office. Following an in-depth investigation and cooperation with federal and state partners, the case has advanced to federal prosecution. On the morning of May 21, 2025, Bird was taken into custody without incident. He is now federally indicted on 2 counts of certain activities relating to the material involving the sexual exploitation of minors. This case remains under federal jurisdiction and active investigation. Additional details will not be released at this time. I'm Ariana Mack for WHKY News.
Both suspects are Catawba County residents. They both face multiple felony charges. 36-year-old Russell Gerald Poole of Catawba and 41-year-old Philip James Preston of Sherrills Ford were both arrested Wednesday by Catawba County Sheriff's officers. Both suspects are charged with 2 counts of trafficking Schedule II controlled substance by possession or transportation and trafficking methamphetamine by possession or transportation. Poole is additionally charged with 2 counts of conspiracy to traffic a controlled substance and maintaining a vehicle for controlled substance. Preston is also charged with 1 count of conspiring to traffic a controlled substance and possession of drug paraphernalia. On Wednesday, investigators with the Catawba County Sheriff's Office Narcotics Division and Special Enforcement Group stopped a vehicle on North Carolina 16 South. The vehicle was stopped due to a motor vehicle regulatory violation. Based on information obtained during the stop, investigators searched the vehicle and found approximately 12.4 grams of fentanyl and 87.9 grams of methamphetamine. Both suspects were placed in the Catawba County Detention Facility following their arrests. Poole under a $900,000 secured bond, Preston under a $500,000 secured bond. They were both scheduled to appear in district court this past Thursday. Reporting for WHKY News, I'm Rob Eastwood.
21-year-old Alejandro Facundo of Greensboro was arrested May 29th and charged with felony hit and run, driving while impaired, driving while license revoked, operating a vehicle without 2 headlamps, and a mirror violation. On May 29th, Boone police responded to a reported vehicle crash involving a bicycle in the area of U.S. Highway 421 and Bamboo Road. Officers arrived to find the bicyclist suffering from serious injuries. The bicyclist was transported to Watauga Medical Center for treatment. The vehicle that struck the bicyclist left the scene. That vehicle was an older model red GMC Sierra truck. The Sierra, driven by Facundo, was stopped by a Watauga County deputy. Facundo was taken into custody and placed in the Watauga County Detention Center under a $40,000 secured bond. He'll appear in district court on June 30th in Boone. And those are just a few of the crime stories we had for you during the week of May 26th through the 30th. Look for our weekly review posted every Saturday on our YouTube channel, right alongside our top stories, the crime report, local sports, and community focus. I'm Ralph Mangum. Thank you for your continued support of the WHKY News.